Hello, everyone. This is James and Praagh. Welcome to SoulCARE. It's 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time on Monday, the 29th, is it, of March, 2020? I never know from day to day. It's so interesting because I think we spend our time so much, I do, I can say for myself, in the ethers, and I'm very much of this earth, but I'm always aware of what's going on all around me. So sometimes I would think I'm over there more than I'm over here in the body. I'm more out here. So when it comes to limitations of physical times and dates and appointments, not good at that. Maybe that's just getting older. Maybe it's a little bit of both. I hope this finds you all well. I'm here, absconced in my room, literally my bedroom, and I'm here like everybody else. But I'm finding that I watch television, movies, funny stuff every day. I advise that. Funny things every day. I recently watched the Carol Burnett reruns with Tim Conway. One of the funniest times ever. Funniest things ever. And I'm here with my baby girl, Maisie. She's lying down on my bed. So I thought Monday, SoulCARE today, Monday, I would just do questions, general questions. Not, I know, how was my son that passed over, or nothing like that right now, but just general questions you'd like to ask me that I can answer. And we can share the floor. And some of you can also respond, of course. And hello, Mary and Susan. Good evening, Estelle. You're from the Netherlands, I assume. Very good. Hi from Florida. Hi, Kelly. And this is an opportunity. I thought every day I would do this for help people, because we're all so caught up in our head about the coronavirus that I thought this would be a good place to come to relax your mind and take your focus off that and just be with each other and share some ideas, some spiritual ideas, some meditation, some relaxation, some centering, some grounding. And they have a friend here. So that's really what it's about. You love my books from Brazil? Oh, thank you. From Brazil. Tudo bem? Tudo bem. Brazil, the number one fans in Brazil, I must say. Books did very well there. They're making books up there they don't even have, and they make them up in Brazil because they love the work so much, which is fantastic. Had some great times in Brazil, incredible mediumistic times in Brazil, with a place called the Frei Luís Center, where the spirit materialized in front of me and worked on me, operated on me. And I've been to John of God down there when John of God was a farmer. And many different centers down in Brazil. It's a whole different world than I know than the rest of the world knows about Brazil. Incredible place. Hi, Beth from Oregon. Hello. Hello, Gabrielle from Sweden. Hello from Mississippi, Madison. Melbourne, Australia. Hello there. Hope you're all keeping well. You're not freaking out. It's hard. This weekend was a little bit of a strange time. I know yesterday was kind of a challenge for a lot of people. I know in the U.S. was very challenging because the numbers have doubled, and it's been very challenging. But you got to keep centered and make sure you make right choices in life, good choices. Don't make stupid choices. Make good choices. So if you're going to be with someone, social distancing is very good. I wouldn't leave the house if you don't have to. Very important. Thank you very much, Valerie. You love my gift. Thank you, Valerie. Hello, Laura, New York here. I'm trying to get this message out to everybody because a lot of people don't know that this exists every afternoon at 12 noon to tune into this Facebook Live. So if any of you guys know a way of getting the word out about SoulCARE, would you just share it? Because I know a lot of people are home and a lot of people could use this. So if you could, I appreciate you helping me getting the word out about this because I don't know how else to do it. So I need your help. And more challenges to come. Yes. I always say challenges are opportunities. So when we have challenges or opportunities, so we can look at a challenge. Okay, if we're the opportunity to do what? To see what? To do what? To say what? To help in some way. What's the opportunity the challenge provides? Pedro, doing a spiritism. Yes, spiritism. Yes, very much so. I've been to a spiritism centers in Brazil. Very much so. Chico Xavier. They told me in Brazil that I was the American version of Chico Xavier. He was a blind medium. A lot of people told me that when I was down there. So yes, I know Chico Xavier. And they wrote the book, his books, they made into a movie, and they asked me to be the, consultant on the movie. I couldn't do it at the time because I was busy with the show Ghost Whisperer, so I couldn't do it, but they wanted to come down to Rio, fly down to Rio, and take care, but I couldn't do it at that time. But it turned out to be a very good movie on Chico Xavier. Yes, from Illinois. Please say safe and positive. Exactly right. Safe and positive. I would have talked with you or shared with you for many years. It's where you place your mind. So the mindset is very, very important. Even though stuff is going on around you, you yourself are responsible for what you feel. And you can indeed can see this stuff and it's there and it's real, but not fall into it. So that's very, very important. Your mindset. Very important. Thank you for reminding us. Hello there, Sean. Yes, Sean from British Columbia. Hi, Sean. Hello there from, wow, with so many people from all over the place. New Hampshire, Jarrett from Michigan. God bless your governor. Very good. She's doing a great job, your governor of Michigan. The governors are doing a really incredible job in the United States, I must say. Much better than the other guy. Whatever, that's a whole other story. One day at a time. Exactly, Angela. One day at a... Mama, come here, say hi. Come here. Come here. Oh, come here. Oh, come say hi. Oh. This is what keeps me going. This is my Maisie girl. That's Mama. Mama sleeping? Are you sleeping? You sleeping? Oh, she shush. Oh, she likes to rub by your side head. I can get over here. Get comfies. Get comfies. Oh, her dada spoils her very much so. I spoil her rotten. Don't I? Give kisses. She's a Jack Russell and a Dachshund. And she wants to get up. We play all the time. 1 second. Let me finish with everybody. Let me talk to everybody for a little bit. Okay, and then we'll go out. I promise. That's Maisie May. I found Maisie. I think I told you guys this story before, but it's a great story. I was in San Diego before I lived here. I was visiting a friend doing a concert here, and I was at a four-way stop sign, and I could see 2 seconds before it happened, a car rolling over a puppy in this four-way stop. Sure enough, 5 minutes later, 3 minutes later, I at this four-way stop sign, and this Volvo starts going over, and this little kid, 7-year-old girl, had a puppy, dropped it from her grip, it went into the middle of the road, and the Volvo rolled on top of it, and I was like, no. So I ran out, and I knelt down, and the dog was really in pain and quivering and was on his back with his belly up. And I was in some kind of a, altered state. I thought I could turn back time and make that not happen. So then I kind of got back to my body and realized I better get out of the street because they didn't see the dog down here. They won't see me. So I got in my car and I parked the car down the street. And by the time I walked back there, the police woman had the baby dog. And the little girl was crying and she said, I just want to say goodbye. I just want to say goodbye. And it really hurt because I knew that would be a traumatic event for that child for the rest of her life. And I was really angry at the parent that let the child have that puppy with no leash. So it really got me for many, many days or weeks. I couldn't sleep at night. And eventually I fell asleep. Probably 2 weeks later, I fell asleep. And the dream, I had someone say to me, and if a guide or an angel say to me, we want you to go down to the shelter. You'll find a dog that's going to heal you. We've had this dog will heal you there. Okay. So I went down and I looked at all the different kennels, 1, 2, 3, all of them. And I didn't see the dog that I didn't feel it. And then I went back to the lobby and I'm sitting there, I'm crying my eyes. I said, you told me I'd find a dog. So then I happened to look down at the very last kennel. This white dog comes out. Who wasn't there before. She was in the back. And it was Maisie. And she walked, I walked to the kennel. And she laid down just like that dog that died, the puppy, the belly up, same position. So I knew it was her for me. Right, Mama? And I came home and I didn't know what to name her. I didn't know what to name you, did I? No, I didn't really. And I had a vision. It's about 5-6 days when I was home in Laguna Beach when I lived there. And a lady appeared, and subjectively, I'd say, in my mind's eye. And she was probably 1930s style, gray dress, and the buttons from the bottom to the top. And I knew it was my Aunt Maggie, my great Aunt Maggie. I've never met her, but I knew it was her. And she said her name is Maisie May. And I said, Maisie May? That's her name. I was like, okay. She evaporated, disappeared. And the dog was on the porch outside, and I screamed, Maisie May. And she came in from the porch, hopped up on my lap, and kissed me. So I knew that was that. How do animals feel? This is a question from Estelle. So today and Monday, we're going to do questions, okay? Questions and discussion on Monday for the SoulCARE, because I think it's good to speak. How do animals feel about the atmosphere? Animals are very in tune to the atmosphere around you. So I know from my experience with animals, they're very attuned and keen to the atmosphere. Maisie, the other day, Saturday, she was very lethargic. She didn't want to leave the bed. She was just kind of down. And then we found out about the major doubling of cases in New York and so forth. It's a little depressing. So maybe she was tuning into that. But, they're very pretty much aware and pretty balanced, This is Jennifer Weinberg. Did you know when you started your work? Whoa. Did you know when you started what you wanted to work on right away? No, I didn't know, Jennifer. I was going to be a sitcom writer. And I was kind of went to a medium by a friend who brought me here and brought me to this medium. And he suggested that I could do mediumship, but I didn't think he was right. But I started meditating, not to become a medium, but to calm down my balance myself and to visualize about the future and so forth. And within that time, I was working on a different job, and it was at lunchtime. I saw this dead person. This girl's my coworker's grandmother behind her, who had died, and that's when it started. And then I told that man who gave me a reading, and he said, "Please study with me." And I studied with him for many years. Quit my job and studied with him. I did. He helped me very much for many years. I sat every Tuesday night for an hour every Tuesday night in a development circle. 7 years, and then I started doing readings. Okay, a lot of questions. Good evening. I worked on your work in Edinburgh. Oh, Pamela, very good, Pamela, very good. I love the trance workshop we did. Take care. Thank you, Pamela. You mentioned that there is something happening on April 1st. Yes, April 1st. So astrologically, April 1st. So it's like March 31st, April 1st, April 2nd. Around that time, it's coming up the next couple of days. So bear down because it's not going to be great. The planet of Mars is a planet of battles, confrontations, and war. And the planet of Saturn is a planet of karma. It's karma, it's restriction, it's limitation, it's responsibility. So the planet of Mars comes into the same orbit there of Saturn. So it's called conjunct, with it right together. So one sets off the other one. So it's like... So it happens April 1st. So there's like a warlike karma of war. And that's how I'm interpreting it. Karma of war. So it's karmic, has to happen, and it's war. And it's a warlike. So whether it's a terrorist thing, whether it's an explosion goes off, whether it's some kind of a war, of some battle, something, that's what that looks like. So April 1st is when it hits. So that's my interpretation. That I've been told. I was told by a friend of mine who's an astrologer, not by the spirit world. Where do animals go when they're extinct on the earth? That's a great question. I don't know. I'm sure they go into another level somewhere. That's a good question. Obviously not earth-wise, but they go into a different level. I'm sure you wouldn't be a bit surprised when you pass over, you can go to visit them. No doubt about it, I'm sure. I wonder if humans become extinct on Earth, but the Earth continues on. I wouldn't be surprised one day if humans become extinct. Wouldn't that be interesting? That we burned our way out of this physical vibration in some way, that we've blown ourselves up or whatever the heck it could be. It's an interesting question. It's an interesting one. Good question. I love questions that make you think even more than just one answer. This is from Christy. She says, do you ever have people who have passed come to you with messages while you're doing the live videos? No, because I'm just bringing my attention to you here, so I don't do that. I close myself off to that. This is from Kevin Carter. James, hello from Scotland. Hello, Kevin. Read so many books on spirituality on my journey. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. See more. Thank you. It helps in the current crisis, definitely. It's amazing that it's a global crisis, isn't it? It's an international crisis. Hopefully to bring us all together as one. I hope so. A lot of people asking questions. Good afternoon from New Jersey. Hello, Kim. Hello from Alberta, Canada. Hello. Your thoughts on past life regression? That's from Jeannie. I do believe in past life regression. I do believe in past lives. I believe that this human life right here is just an illusion. I think that we could be living in the past and the future all at once. So right now you're living in past lives and future lives all at once. And your thoughts, your words, your deeds, things that you put out, the energy you put out, will affect the past and the future. And that's my belief. And past life regression, when you regressed, you can go back. The soul has a memory. And if we took linear time, So the soul goes back in time that we have here in this physical earth, go back 1800s, 1900s, 1700s, way back. And sometimes it can go outside the human experience too, to other planets, other spectrums, other galaxies. It happens as well. So I do believe it's all about growth and evolvement, and learning about loving self and each other. That's what I think it's about. Remember, we're always learning, so we come back here for lessons. The soul is coming back to learn lessons, many, many lessons every single time. It's about lessons, lessons, lessons. Okay, let's see. So many questions. How do I want? Sonia, how do I learn not to be scared? I don't know who talks to me at night. Is it angels? So Sonia, what we can do is learn to meditate. I put 30% off all the classes above you. So take a class. Now is the opportunity to learn to meditate correctly, to center yourself, to take responsibility, which is exactly what all this is about right now, is to take responsibility for ourselves, to get back into our own selves and learn who we are. This is all of us to learn who we are. Really not to look outside ourselves, to go into ourselves. What is important to ourselves? What are our values? What are our priorities? This is an opportunity of this the coronavirus now to go inside. We can't go outside. So let's go inside to ourselves and explore your values, what's important to you, what's not important to you, how you treat another person, how you treat yourself. Can you forgive someone? Can you not? What's going on? If tomorrow was your last day here on the earth, what would you do? What would you do? So these are questions we need to ask ourselves now, because it's very important that we give you this opportunity to go inside. Yeah. Thank you for speaking truth, Beth Petterfield, about the world with governors and the destruction coming from hell. The federal government is not stepping in, and it's a sad situation here. My only feeling about that is just, wow. Anyone that passed over have anything they want me to know? No, Sheila. We're not going to do personal readings right now today. This is from Brandy. When a loved one is making the transition, is afraid of the process to the unknown. Well, number one, they've done it before, so it's not unknown because they've done it thousands and hundreds of thousands of times before their soul. And it's always like, oh yeah, that. So it's like falling asleep, but you're aware of it. There's no pain at all. And your loved ones are helping you, holding you there. So it's something to look forward to. It's nothing that's painful. It is nothing at all to look that's bad. It's something positive. I can't tell you how many times I've been told how positive experience it is. It's a very natural experience. It's nothing sad. It's nothing negative. It's nothing painful. It doesn't hurt to die. What does hurt is maybe, if you're ill before it happens, and you're in pain. That's not great. But I always said, listen, I don't want to be in pain. Give me morphine or something. Take me out. There's no reason why we need to be in pain. No reason. No reason. God in its wondrous way has given inspiration, droplets of God into the minds of scientists to develop these chemicals, which we call pain medication, to help us not be in pain. So we don't need to be in pain. Don't. It doesn't have to be as dramatic as we think it is. I've never had one spirit come back in 40 years of doing this saying, boy, I really miss that body. I really miss that disease I had. I really miss that vibration. Never once have I had that. Quite the opposite. Good afternoon from Rhode Island. Hello there. Hello, Diane. Nice to see you. Sorry, I'm skipping a lot here, but a lot of people. Holly, hello. Kim Griffith, hello from Oregon. The other side, of course, will help us through this. We have to help ourselves through it too, though. We can never get a spiritual bypass. We really got to look in ourselves to help ourselves and each other. So what can you do now to help someone? What can you do? It's important. Yeah. Hello from Texas. Hello, Veronica from Texas. Sheila, how do you see my health? How do you see your health, Sheila? How do you see your health? I want to give it back to you because you know yourself better than I do. So if we could just take the time to go inside ourselves, close our eyes and go into ourselves and see ourselves. Maybe this week we'll do an exercise. We'll do an exercise in that this week. This week, like Wednesday, we'll do going into yourself and scanning your own bodies. How's that in your minds? We'll do that Wednesday, scanning your body and minds so you can read yourself. How does that sound? Cool, right? I bet you've never done that. So I will do that with you on Wednesday. and learn how to scan yourself. And I believe that we don't necessarily need to go to readers and psychics and this sort of thing because all the answers lie within ourselves. It's just a matter of doing it. Hold on one second, please. My phone is ringing. Oh, sorry, Maisie. Hello? Oh, hi, Steve. Can I play back? Sorry, I was waiting for a really important call and it wasn't it. Oh, sorry. So we'll do that on Wednesday. We'll scan on the inside and the outside because you don't necessarily need a psychic or you can scan yourself. That's really important to know. Where are we? Oh God, somebody close. Good. Lauren Cabrera, since it's become a worldwide epidemic, what are your thoughts on the reasoning behind this may be a new world order? Possibly. I think that it's a bigger plan than this. I think this just didn't happen. I think this was planned on other levels. And I think it's an opportunity for the world to come together as one. I really do. Now, some people say maybe it was warfare and it was dropped in, someone secretly let this loose. Doesn't matter because we're hearing it together as this pandemic now, and we're in it as a world. I'm hoping it's going to bring all the world together. I'm hoping it does. I'm really hoping it does. So we got to look at it that way. Let's we're all one anyway. So let's try to see ourselves as just one fighting this because we are. Yeah. Do you sense Earth becoming closer through the? I hope so. I hope so. Linda Holtz. Can your soul be done working? Oh, that's a good question. This is from Vicky Rice. Can your soul be done working back to Earth for lessons? Well, your soul can be. Well, there's never an ending of life, so your soul can go experience life in other planets or there's whole systems, millions of other galaxies. But at level, you get a choice whether you want to finish or not. You want to stay here or not. This is a very interesting school to come back to. This school is the one school that affords major growth where others won't. This one affords a growth in all different areas for your soul, where other schools don't necessarily afford that. Other schools are specialists in, let's say, forgiveness, or a whole school is about love. This school, Earth, is about many different myriads of things. And also, you can, they say, relinquish karma or other things you've done before that you want to let release karmically. This Earth school is a place to do it. So it affords us many opportunities we wouldn't get anywhere else. So that's a good thing. So if you find that you no longer need lessons from this Earth life, you have the choice not to come back here. But I find that there are many evolved beings, many evolved souls, light workers, whatever you want to call them, who come back to this Earth to help others to move ahead because we all got to do it together. We can't just do one at a time. We all have to evolve together as one. Not just one at a time, we all come together. So if you're a light worker or ascended being, or you've graduated from the Earth School, and you realize that really we got to do it all together, you tend to come back and help impress other people, push other people, teach other people to move ahead, to move on. And that's what you'd probably do. Because there is no ending, That's, again, an illusion, beginning, middle, and end. There's no ending. There's no death. There is no death whatsoever. It's just an extension of this life and everything you've believed in this life. So when you pass out of the physical body, you'll have yourself completely, you'll have another body, and it's going to be more of a world, you'll be more alive than you were here, because you're so much more aware. When you leave the physical dimension, three-dimensional world, you'll go to a different dimension, a multi-sensory dimension. You're very limited to the three-dimensional world. It's a very limiting world. I feel it's going to be better after this darkness. I agree. That's from Estelle. It's true, Estelle. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Are the fairies and angels the same, Misty? I thought the same different kingdoms, fairies and angels and gnomes, and very many different kingdoms, if you will. Okay. Do I remember my past lives? From Jamie from Morrison. I do remember several of my past lives. I certainly do. I was a general in many wars, and I was always responsible for telling my men when to go in and kill people. And that's why I came back in this time to heal many people about death. That's one of many different lives. Lots of people. Okay. Hi, Judy Friedman. Nice to see you, sweetheart. Oh, thank you, Alex. Thank you for coming. I love doing this. SoulCARE, 12 o'clock noon every day Please spread the word for people because I don't know how to get them. Hi, John Conroy. Just glad you're watching. Linda, do you have comforting words for the people dying alone in hospitals? It's just so sad. Well, people that die alone in hospitals, number one, they're not dying alone because loved ones in the spirit world are right next to them. No one ever dies alone. No one's ever in hospitals alone. And I remember that when I was a little kid, I was in the hospital a lot. And I used to see spirit all the time. And I worked at a hospital once, and I see groups of people go from one room to another room to another room. Those are spirits. No one ever dies alone in the hospitals at all. They're very, very much welcome. They're there. They're kind of like honored. They're honored beings. So don't think that they're alone. They're not. I think the best thing is just take them out of pain. Don't let them be in pain. That's our responsibility. Hello from Arizona. Ways to distress during this time. Sure, Shannon, sure. So I would say, number one, do a hobby, do a fun thing like, I don't know, crossword puzzles are really good. Doing a hobby like art, maybe go into art, photography, cleaning out closets. I'm cleaning out drawers. I have all my stuff on the floor. It's like, oh, and you see what you need, what you don't need. Here you go again. This time is evaluation, right? It's evaluating what's going on. Cleaning out your closets, cleaning out your drawers, making priority lists, planting gardens, watching funny movies, doing scrapbooks, doing gardening, things like that, calling old friends. You don't have to be alone. It doesn't have to be lonely. So it's a good time. So those things, you can do some of those things. And that's what I just planted some yesterday. I'm doing that. On my birthday. Happy birthday, Kyle. This is from Joan, and she said, my husband came to me in a dream after he passed over, which is very common, and I asked him how heaven was, and he said, it's okay, just okay. Okay. All right, let's just see here. Can't wait for... Is this a time for numerous visitations? Obviously, my experience lately more confusing than usual. It could be, Susan. It's a great time also to go through meditation, to sit in the quiet. Sit in the quiet and work with the breath, breathing in, breathing out, and centering yourself, and becoming aware of your soul self. Not your human self, but your soul self. Wednesday we'll do a lot of that. That'll be starting off on Wednesday to see more about the soul and the priorities. And if you guys get a journal, that'd be really good. I'd keep a journal going. So make sure next time we get together tomorrow, have a journal next to you so you can write them insights down. Hello from Laguna Beach. Oh, hi, Debbie from Laguna Beach. How are you? I miss Laguna Beach. Sharon says, I believe most of us can be our own worst enemies. Very true. Yes, it did stop other things but brought families together. It's very, very true, too. My sister may have COVID-19. She's a microbiologist, the front lines. God bless her. God bless her. God bless all those frontline people. This is from Kara. I use your soul journey cards to do a 3-card spread. I love the 3-card spread. It's my favorite, by the way. I got health, loneliness, and indecision. Interesting. Here we are. Thank you, Sandra, for the blessing. Thank you. I'm at peace with dying. Yeah, I am too. We make such a big deal of it, and there's nothing to be a big deal of. I think it's a society, though. Thank you very much. Okay. I'm feeling like I'm just starting life at 62. Right on. Every day is a new day. Yeah, this is SoulCARE, so it's every day, 12 o'clock noon. Please, if you have friends, you can just tell them about it. If you like it, please do that, because I have no other way of telling people that I'm doing this. I'm going to cover a lot of different topics every day. And Wednesday, beginning. But bring a journal tomorrow, and more stuff. Every Monday, we'll do questions and answers, and we'll do that. I wish I could do readings on here, but I can't because there are too many people. So I can't do that, but again, I'm looking for a way of doing that one day on a platform that will be doing that. I'm thinking about a Zoom, maybe, some Zoom stuff. So I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, 12 o'clock noon. Please pass the word for SoulCARE, and take care of your thoughts until then. Blessings, friends. Do something fun today, okay? That's your homework assignment. Okay, bye.